Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ma'am Cabaluna. This is our presentation regarding about coal emission and the effects of coal emission in the present world. Before anything else, let me introduce first our group members, starting with Rich Rene Bina, Joshua Emmanuel Ramos, J. Christopher Reyes, Kathleen Reyes, Paul Jen Romero, Steven Sibayan, and Franco Enrico Sanchez. Without further ado, let's go into the discussion. First, what is coal emission? Coal emission is the result of the burning of coal that is used by people mainly for the production of energy that contributes to the ever-rising pollution of the environment. It affects the atmosphere, health of humans, and the environment.
Good day everyone, my name is Joshua Emmanuel K. Ramos from 3ECO and I will discuss the definition of terms of our research. Abundant, existing or occurring in large amounts. Alternative, a preposition or situation offering in a choice between two or more things, only one of the which may be chosen. Biomass, plant materials and animal waste used especially as a source of fuel. Blasted, damaged by or as if by an explosive, lightning, wind, or supernatural force. Combustion, a usually rapid chemical process such as oxidation that produces heat and usually light. Consultation, the act of exchanging information and opinions about something in order to reach a better understanding of it is or to make a decision or a meeting for this purpose. Contaminate, make something impure by exposure to or addition of a poisonous or polluting substance. Contrary, a fact or condition incompatible with another. Cost, effectiveness, producing good results without costing a lot of money. Crucial, decisive or critical, especially the success or failure of something. Deforestation, the action of process of clearing forests. Degradation, the process of something being damaged or made worse. Depths, a part that is from the outside or surface. Devastate, to bring to ruin or desolation by violent action. Diversifying, make or become more diverse or varied. Downstream, in or toward of the latter stages of usual industrial process or the stages such as marketing after manufacture. Emission, the production and discharge of something, especially gas or radiation. Encroachment, the act of gradually taking away someone else's rights or taking control of someone's time, work, etc. Erosion, the process of eroding or being eroded by wind, water, or other natural agents. Expansion, the action of becoming larger or more extensive. Expenses, the cost required for something, the money spent on something. Extraction, the action of taking of something, especially using of effort or force. Extensive, having or being a large amount of habitat. The place or environment where a plant or animal naturally or normally lives and grows. Imports, to bring something such as merchandise into a place or country from another country. Incentive, something especially money that encourages a person or organization to do something.
Infiltrate, to cause something such as a liquid to permeate something by penetrating its pores or interstices. Infrastructure, infrastructure is the basic facilities and systems serving a country, city, or area such as transportation, power plants, and schools. Inhaling, to breathe air, smoke, or gas into your lungs. Integrate, to form, coordinate, or blend into a functioning or unified whole. Interruption, something that causes a stoppage or break in the community of something. Jeopardize, to expose to danger or risk. Liquefaction, the process of becoming a liquid or of making something a liquid. Mining, the industry or activity of removing some substances such as coal or metal from the ground by digging. Mitigation, the process or result of making something less severe, dangerous, painful, harsh, or damaging. Pyrolysis, chemical change brought about by the action of heat. Relocate, to move to a new location. Renewable, relating to a natural resource such as solar energy, water, or wood that is never used up or that can be replaced by a new growth. Restructure, the act of organizing a company, business, or system in a new way to make it operate more effectively. Revenue, total amount of income generated by the sale of goods and services related to the primary operations of the business. Revise, to make changes especially to correct or improve. Substantial, of considerable importance, size, or worth. Subterranean, located or living under the space of the ground. Topsoil, the upper layer of soil in which plants have most of their roots. Toxins, naturally occurring poison produced by metabolic activities of living cells or organisms. Turbine, a machine for producing continuous power in which a wheel or rotor, typically fitted with vanes, is made to revolve by a fast-moving flow of water, steam, gas, or air, or other liquid. Various, used to several different or many things, etc. Vulnerable refers to the quality or state of being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally.
Here's a summary of our introduction and body of the study. Coal mines play a crucial role in the global energy industry, accounting for around 50% global electricity production. The Earth holds approximately 1.16 trillion short tons of confirmed coal reserve, providing a reliable and consistent fuel supply. This abundant availability promotes self-reliance and lessens reliance on outside sources, reducing the risk of supply interruption and price changes in the global energy market. Coal mines pose a significant health risk to the environment and human health. Unregulated fires in subterranean mines and waste piles release harmful gases, particulates, organic compounds, and trace elements, leading to environmental degradation, respiratory and health issues, and devastation. Surface mining destroys landscape and habitats, while underground mining exposes deeper coast reserve to chemical, air and dust pollution. Health risks include black lung disease, higher than normal rates of cardiopulmonary disease, hypertension, COPD, and kidney diseases in individuals close to coal mines. Communities experiencing displacement due to pollution and coal mining enrichment face challenges. Thank you.
Law in relation to the subject. RA 8749, also known Philippine Clean Air Act of 1999. This act aims to protect and enhance the air quality and limit the emission from industrial source, vehicle, and other contributor to air pollution. Under Section 6 of this act, the Department of Natural Resources is lead agency that prepare the National Air Quality Status report, which shall be used as basis in formulating air quality improvement. They set air quality standard for these pollutants, and coal plants are required to comply with this standard by employing various pollution and control technologies. So the technologies include electrostatic precipitators, which help reduce particulate emission, and flue gas desulfurization, which control sulfur dioxide emission. So coal plants are also required to regularly monitor and report their emission to ensure compliance with the status report. So the Clean Air Act also encourages the use of cleaner technologies, which as transitioning to a renewable energy source and promote energy efficiency to reduce the dependence on coal. Through this provision, RA 8349, it aims to significantly reduce the air pollution caused by coal emission, improving public health and ensuring the protection of the environment. The law reflects the Philippine commitment to balance industrial development with environmental sustainability with welfare of its citizens.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Paul Romero. Ang topic na nakasign po sa akin is sa RA. What is Renewable Energy Act of 2008, Republic Act number 9513? The Renewable Energy Act of 2008 in the Philippines is a crucial framework for transitioning the energy sector towards cleaner alternatives. Encourage the development of renewable energy sources like solar, wind, hydro, geothermal, and biomass, aiming to reduce coal consumption and mitigate its environmental impacts. Ang ibig sabihin po ng The Renewable Act of 2008, also known as Republic Act 9513, is law in the Philippines that promotes the use of renewable energy sources. This means using sources of energy that can be naturally replenished, such as solar power, wind power, hydropower, and geothermal energy. The purpose of this act is to reduce the country's dependence on fossil fuels like coal and oil, which contribute to air pollution and climate change. By encouraging the use of renewable energy, the government aims to create a more sustainable and environmentally friendly energy sector. For example po, solar panels installed on rooftops can harness the power of the sun to generate electricity. Wind turbines can convert the energy from wind into electricity. Hydropower plants use the energy from flowing water to produce electricity. Geothermal power plants tap into a heat beneath the earth's surface to generate electricity overall. The Renewable Energy Act 2008 is a step towards a cleaner and more sustainable energy future for the Philippines. Next reporter, please.
Republic Act 9729, or also known Climate Change Act of 2009. This act states to integrate disaster risk reduction measure into climate adaptation plan. So the National Climate Change Action Plan, or the NCCAP, address both mitigation and adaptation on climate change. It includes greenhouse gas emission. The law recognizes the energy sector role in emission and plan out the adaptation of renewable energy source to avoid coal emission that contribute to health problem and also to climate change. So the burning of coal contributes to global warming by releasing large amount of carbon dioxide, which can cause rising seas, changing landscape, increasing frequency and or severity of droughts, fire, floods and storm. So this act creates Climate Change Commission. They formulate a framework strategy on climate change, and it shall serve as the basis of planning, research and development, and also monitoring activities to protect the vulnerable communities from adverse effects of climate change. So the role of Department of Education shall integrate the climate change into their curriculum. Also, the LGU shall be the frontline agency in planning and implementation of climate change action plan in their respective area.
Reflection. Throughout the process of selecting topic for our project, our team engaged in numerous discussions, brainstorming sessions, and research to determine an issue that was not only relevant but also had the potential for broad engagement and exploration. We even decided on using a survey methodology approach pertaining to people's thoughts and awareness about the complexities of coal and its general idea when we first think of the matter coal. The journey to the topic of coal was not straightforward, but rather as a result of several key considerations, including our interests and the availability of resources and the broader societal implications associated with energy production. At this point, one team member brought up the idea of focusing specifically on coal and its present effects. While its contribution to climate change is well documented, coal's role in the economy of various nations, its environmental impact, and the ongoing discussions about its use made it a compelling subject. We realize that coal, despite being seen as a complex and rare energy source, still plays a crucial role in many developing economies, especially in the Philippines. The complexity of coal's role, its economic significance, the political challenges surrounding its continued use, and its environmental consequences made it a rich topic for our research. This sparked our collective interest, and we saw an opportunity to explore the broader implications of its use and potential future in a world increasingly focused on sustainability in the course of the construction of our actual research paper. We have developed a sense of accountability as we work on the tasks assigned to each member, needing one's availability when the other member is conscious of assistance. We make it attainable that each member fulfill their tasks in a readable and comprehensible manner. Of all, we have discerned that every detail written on our paper was exactly set down the way it should be, and the thought in which the paper technically corresponds to our idea, and it is a result of how we, as a group, did not fail to correct and rearrange the composition when it needed correction and amendments. We can conclude that it was also due to a connection and friendship which we have that it made. We can conclude that it was also due to a connection and friendship which we have that made it possible for our thoughts to correlate with each other despite of the proximities, notwithstanding the fact that we also face disparable timetable during face-to-face and online classes schedules. We did our work well and respond right away. A feeling of victory after completing this research paper as a team is a mix of relief, pride, and gratitude. It's the byproduct of everyone's effort and collaboration, knowing that each member played a crucial role in piecing the work together. From brainstorming ideas to refining drafts, the shared responsibility upholds a sense of accomplishment that is collective. The best part was the bond we built along the way.